All right, back at it, the girls' room. So today is Sunday, the 22nd of September, and I feel like I've just been really introducing this element of love, and so I'm just getting it. I'm throwing it out there, not really having any expectations. Like, obviously, I'm figuring out here with you what I want, who I am in relationships, and all of the things. But the first step is, acknowledging it. And I am developing a crush. I think I have a couple crushes. And Jinbei's kind of out of the picture because I haven't seen him in a few days. And he just didn't really have enough of a presence for me to just be on it when I don't see him. I'm like, well, don't see you. It's probably for the best, anyways. You're probably like readjusting your time so you don't see me because now my brain's going there. Um, but it's fine. On to the next one. Per my last episode, I move on quick. As fast as I think I like you, that's dangerous. If I like you too fast or I'm kind of into you, it's fake. It's just like, oh, it's just like it's a cute little flirtatious crush that's gonna die very soon. So, if I see him tomorrow, if I see him at the gym, it's gonna be back on. I'll just be like, oh, gym day, like, what's up, or neighbor? And I ran into someone today that I was like, wait a second, you're cute. I think I like you. I think I have a crush on you. And so I want to go for that. And so today's topic for myself is, what is a crush? Is it okay to crush? And also, is it okay to fantasize, or is it stalking? Like, I definitely fantasize the future with these men. Like, what does it look like if I were to marry you? If you were to ask me out? Like, creating these like elaborate moments that ultimately kind of mess you up, because if you don't get it, you're like, wow, so you hate me? I really thought that there was something, just making stuff up in your head. So maybe you're not a stalker, but maybe you're just psycho. Like, is that really what a crush is? Like, you start with a crush and then there's some, like, I don't know, weird obsession. You start fantasizing, and then, well, luckily for me, it kind of just dies. I'm not like, you know, coming to your house. Well, no, I've done that. I have come to someone's house unannounced, but that's fine. I feel like I'm a girl. I'm not a threat. I'm personally not a threat. I could do some questionable things, but I feel like it's fine. Like, if I was a man doing these things and thinking these things, I wouldn't record it, and I know there would be backlash, and I might be arrested. That would be crazy. So, um, this is a dangerous episode as I chronicle my stalking ways um, in the girls' room, because this is a safe space. The girls' room is always safe. So there's just something about that energy, this love energy, this crush energy that I'm vibing with right now. And I don't mind a crush in this season because, yeah, lack of information is fine. But then let me get to know you, and then I can just cross you off the list. It's like, okay, as I travel through LA looking for love, and this is like my docu series. This is my moment of like, okay, what's happening? It's been a week since I started filming this series, just about a week, and I mean, I've always been optimistic, but now I'm like, okay, I might be seeing some returns on my optimism all of a sudden. And I think it's just a good season, which is probably why I was able and willing to even shoot this for myself, because I feel like this is the beginning of a love journey that I want to remember, or that I just want to learn from. And I love just the experimentation. Right now, I'm like circling with these three men that I'm like making up in my brain, that probably don't know I exist, but it's fine because I'm just gonna add them to the list of possibly single men, and I can cross them off the list. Totally fine, totally easy, low stakes. I'm not getting married to any of them off top, and I'm not getting physical at all. So it's gotta be intentional. And who doesn't want an intentional girl? That's me. So open to crushes right now. I already dropped one recently. I was crushing on him for a minute, but it was just not really going anywhere, which is fine. But I'm able to like keep the crush going the more I see you. And it is very artificial, which is why I never admit to liking someone, because I'm like, we've not gone out on a date. We haven't really had consistent communication. I don't even know what his status is in relationship or anything. I just really like the way he looks and I flirt with him all the time. I cannot say that I, like this man, but I like having those moments in my orbit, having those flirtatious crushes in my orbit. It's necessary for me because it sparks something, and now I'm like opening myself up to be around these beautiful men, and I'm like, okay, wait, let me step outside and look good. Like, let me just straighten my hair a little bit. Let me just like put on some heels, put on a little zhuzh, a little makeup, even though I need to figure out how to do that a little better. I'm not mad that I don't really know how to do that much makeup, because I fear that if I beat my face like that and regularly, the one day I don't wear makeup, it's gonna be like, oh my god, who are you? So I'm like, no makeup. No makeup's the best way, if you can. And right now my skin's decent, so I'm like, it's just, I get a little tired eyes sometimes. I just gotta make sure I sleep and drink plenty of water. But I'm here for it. It is kind of interesting though that I fantasize so much about men. I like men. I think ultimately I am just like, if I was a man, I might be a womanizer. But I have a twin brother and I think he is. So I'm just channeling mine now. Like, it took me a long time to even think about men in a certain way, but now I'm like, you don't have to be so impressive, but you just be. And I'm over here like, oh my god, like there's just something, it's like baby fever, but men fever. I think I have men fever right now. And I'm not acting on anything. I'm just like sitting there, like doodling and daydreaming and like, oh, okay, hell, that is a strong man. He could help me raise children. Yep. Build a farm, chop down a tree. That's what I want, the simple things. And that's kind of low bar. If you have a nice build on you and you have like some energy, then I'm kind of probably interested just a little. I'm like, okay, I will flirt with you. I will. And there are some cuties out here, so let me just get a little more love out so that I can get love in and do the thing. I mean, it is dating in real life, and I'm always outside. And now that I'm kind of wanting to be more inside, maybe just me, mind blown, but like maybe me living my own journey and figuring out the work stuff, the personal stuff, the faith stuff is allowing more love in, that I can give it out just more freely, and then I receive more and I receive more, and I'm just like, and God's just like, there's a fine man there and a fine man there, and they all love you. And I'm like, yes, they love me in my dreams, of course. I think they do. Also, I got a new brew. This is supposed to help with focus and energy, so I'm actually gonna down this because it's no longer hot. There's a lot in there. Okay. 7:30, so I hope it doesn't like get me going crazy. But you know, when I am just solely myself, like it's weird because I don't know if I'm taking dating and men seriously. I'm just taking myself seriously. Maybe like, I don't know, it feels like a wall that I might have had up is just coming down because I just want to love people. And I think loving people means connecting with them honestly. And, you know, it doesn't hurt that, you know, these men are attractive, but I do find myself just having conversations with anyone and everyone. Like, I really want to be as genuine as possible, not because I feel like I have to, but it's becoming just who I am. And now that I'm giving more love just in general, I think men can sense that and they feel it. And I'm just talking to them like a normal person, and they're falling in love with me naturally. Because how could you not? You know, the crazy person that fantasizes about every man that walks into her life or walks around her life. I'm like, oh my god, are you obsessed with me? I think so. But I feel like this season's just gonna be fun. Like, even if I do fantasize with someone and nothing happens, I don't care. On to the next. There are plenty of fish in the sea. You have to just be like, I am her. I can get whoever I want. And I'm really leaning into that. Like today, for whatever reason, having that fine man in my car, just on some friend, you know, friend of friend stuff. I was like, wait a second, because you're fine. And I ain't chopped liver. So, yeah, this is the start. This is the start of a really great season. I'll have so many updates and so many stories and questions. Like, you know, it would be interesting to know if fantasizing and crushing on someone is a little chaotic. Like, what would any of these guys think if they saw this? Would they run? They'd be like, oh my god, you're insane. But this is what women do. I'm just exposing the truth. Like, we talk about everything. If we see somebody, if you text us, all of our friends have probably read the text. Some of them might even be helping us text back or just helping in our delusion. We're like, no, what he really meant was this. Like, I'm still very much grounded in reality, but I feel like the only reason why we fantasize is because people lack action. And I want a guy that makes a plan, Stan, so I don't have to fantasize. So everything that I'm thinking is based off of what you're doing. And I think people are, you know, they're stepping up. You know, these guys are out here, they're seeing me thrive. That's what it is. They see me love myself and just do my own thing. Like, I have a routine. Like, I'm working out, I'm going to church, which I've been doing anyways, but I feel like there's just an aura and an energy and this confidence that now I'm exuding because it's not even like, oh, I don't need a man. You really don't necessarily. Like, you need yourself, and then all that stuff is gonna come. And I just feel like this is the season. Like, it's just something about it. And maybe not this technical, like, autumn, fall season, but I feel like it's around the corner, and I'm really gonna like my upcoming dating experiences because I just want to meet people and get to know men. I want to get to know men. I want to be in their presence. I just want to flirt, and I want to chit chat, and I want to laugh, and I want to look in their eyes and it be all dreamy. That's what I want. And as long as I'm honest with them, and I feel like as long as I'm honest with these men, and not even on these are my intentions, but just like, this is who I am, it's done. It's a wrap. It's putty. It's all in my hands. Like, all I have to do is step outside and say, you come over here, let's chit chat, let's talk, and it's done. It's done. I don't think men can really resist that. And it's not just like, oh, I'm such a great person. I am. But I think that it really just comes down to not overthinking it. And I'm not even an overthinker. So I don't know why the past couple of years I've been overthinking a little or just been more cognizant of myself and like how I appear, which makes me just kind of standoffish and not like super fun and goofy and whatever. Because there's literally nothing to lose. It's not like I am married right now and have kids right now and I don't want to mess anything up. Or, you know, it's make or break or somebody has a gun to my head saying like, if you don't get married in 5 years, like I don't have an inheritance waiting for me when I get married. It's all in my time, it's all in God's time, and now I'm just I'm literally, I feel like I can see and feel myself letting go and letting God. And he's like, I got you. You know, you're not ready yet, you're still baking, you're still brewing, but these men better watch out, because I'm back outside, safely, calmly, just, you know, gallivanting, just wandering the streets of Los Angeles, and if I'm interested, it's happening. There's nothing you can do or say for you to just like not be into it for the most part. I mean, I don't know, I just feel like I'm a really cool girl and I'm getting more stunning by the moment. You just have to have this confidence. So keep it up, Joy. Just every time you come in here, remind yourself that you are gorgeous and you're funny and you're smart and you're grounded. And you know what you want, and you know what you don't want. And I have to tell myself that more. Someone told me that I should. He's not a therapist, but he is like a mentor to me that I actually need to reach out to. And he's like, do you tell yourself in the morning that, you know, you're capable and like all these things? I'm like, why would I do that? It seems weird. But sometimes like words are so powerful. And the more I say things that I want, the more I get it. Like I know even small things like parking. I'm so good at finding a parking spot, like pretty much right in front. And when I don't get it, I'm like weirded out. I'm like, wait a second. Maybe I shouldn't be here because I can't find a parking spot. Because it doesn't matter where I am at what time. I'm always late, by the way. I always find something right freaking there because I know I have faith I'm going to do it, and there's just nothing to it. And I feel myself getting like that with dating and just with me. I'm like, I'm solid. Like, I feel great. I feel the best I have literally ever felt. And I told my new crush today, I was like, I feel the best I've ever felt. He was like, really? Like, he hasn't heard that before. And I think women my age, we don't say that often. It's like, you know, even some of my friends, it's like, I feel like I'm aging, though. Like, I want to be 25 again. I do not at all. Like, I truly, wholeheartedly feel like the best version of myself right now. And I feel like I'm really coming into my own, for real. Own style and figuring out how to wear things that complement my figure and shape, which I never really thought about. But I just see this being like so fun, and being in LA, because I know I'm not leaving LA until at least my lease is up. So I've got a cool 6 to 8 months of being in Los Angeles. So let's do it. Like, these guys are cute. They might not have jobs, but they're cute. Conventional jobs. I mean, these guys I'm crushing on, they have jobs. So that's cool. This is gonna be a really great season. So yeah, 32 and 30 and thriving. And it's okay to have crushes. It's okay to fantasize, because I feel like my fantasies are becoming realities because I'm seeing these things and I'm manifesting it in real life. I'm like, I want this, so let me get it. Like, I don't want to just text. I'm never gonna text a man out like, let's go out, let's do dinner, let's do drinks. I'm not doing that with anyone I'm interested in. So if I do ask you out, I'm not interested. I just see you as like the bro or something, and I will probably not look great because I don't want you to get, you know, or maybe I will. I'll look great so that you can be my wingman, and I'll make sure to reiterate that constantly, that you are a wingman, not my man, ever. But yeah, I feel like really, really good about this season, and it's Sunday, so it's the beginning of the week. It would be really, really nice if the man I saw today text me and was like, oh my god, it was really nice seeing you. Let's connect. And even if he leaves it open ended, I'm gonna fill in the blanks. I'm like, let us connect. What are you doing this week? Because if you let time go by, it's a wrap. You're done. Anything that he remembers about you, it's over. It's gone to the next person, which is fine because I do the same thing. So you gotta stay fresh in my brain until we've developed that rapport and that friendship and relationship, whatever it is, so that I'm just thinking about you because I like you and I know you and we're friends or we're whatever. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I have an update. I will absolutely have an update midweek. Because there's just always someone on my mind. So even if it's like an internal update that like is fairy tale land, it's still something. It's something to learn about myself. And I can just add it to the list of green flags and red flags in myself and in others. And as I spiral in this confessional, I'm realizing that yes, I do want a crush. I do want some eye candy. I love it. I need it, just like it gives me energy. Like men give me energy. It's crazy. Like talking to the right man, of course. Some of them drain me, but I don't know. This past month, it's been kind of exciting. I'm like, oh my god, you're cute. But I'm just gonna like walk away. And I can see you staring at me, and that's fine. Because I ain't too shabby to look at. And I think I might just have to be like super smooth with it. Like people have called me smooth, and which I actually do not like. But I'm gonna embrace it. Like I actually know how to get what I want. Because I'm just gonna go for it. In my own way. So I might flirt with you a little bit, might like touch your arm a little bit, might smirk a little bit, ask you some important questions like, do you cook? Do you eat cheese? Do you know God? That's the question. I always am talking about God in all of my relationships, in all of these conversations that I'm having now. He just pops up because he's like the center of my life. We needs to be more of the center, like every day for sure. And that's my goal. And I think that just having that love in my heart is allowing for others. And as I say that, I'm actually thinking about another guy that I kind of can see myself crushing on a tiny bit. He's really cute, and he's getting into his like God stage, which I hope is long lasting. And I want to, well, it's like I want to invite him to church, but I also don't want to like blur any lines of just like, oh, I'm actually interested in you, but I'm gonna use church as a way to like get close to you, because that's absolutely not what I want to do. Even though I really do want to invite some like cute men to church, I'm like, ooh, I don't want to, like, I don't know, just I don't know if that makes me feel icky or not. Because fine men still need God, you know, like if I'm the one that brings them, cool, but I just need to make sure that my motives are intact. Because I invited him to the kickback, he never responded to my invitation. He didn't come. Totally fine. I don't have a problem. You know what? I'm gonna reach out to him anyways. I'm not gonna invite him to church though. I'm just gonna ask about how his music's going, because I do want to know. I'm interested. I think that he has great potential, and you know, we'll see what happens. So I am going to stuff my face with some pizza with my roommate and watch The Best Man, and hope to get even more inspired by these deliciously looking black men, single black men, on the movie at least. And I don't know, here's to a great, loving week, into some dates. Next time on the Girls Room, I'll have an update.